Taking a look at the Nigerian market's performance today, the NSE trading higher but falling in terms of volumes traded. Run us through what you're making of the kind of activity we're seeing here.
Thank you, Alicia. Today we saw a drop in the market in terms of volume by over 58% and value drop by over 40%. We think this is due largely to people holding out in their demand. Yesterday we saw an increased volume because there was a lot of profit taken in the market. Though the ASI gained over 0.16%, we still feel that is a very flat performance. Now, we would not also forget the fact that we're nearing the end of the week and we see people holding out to see what would the market would turn out to be before they resume trading next week.
Well, in this context, we've had Renaissance Capital issue a statement saying that cheap valuations, growing liquidity and the prospect of economic growth are making Nigerian stocks an attractive bet right now. How exactly are you playing in this space at the moment?
We also agree with that. Well, most especially with the banking stocks, we believe that valuation actually support them. A lot of them didn't release a very impressive year-end result, but with the release of their Q1 result, we actually believe that valuations are actually very good with them, and there's a lot of liquidity in the market to support them. Judging with the fact that the money market rates are actually not very good, people are looking at alternative investment in the capital market.
Looking at where people are staying bullish, it's around the food producers, brewers and infrastructure plays, including the cement players. Company earnings are growing at around 25% just on the basis of demand when it comes to most of these players. We saw Guinness out with numbers today. Market reaction to those numbers?
Yeah, Guinness released as a result today. We saw turnover increasing by over 25% and we saw profit after tax dropping by 17%. I would say today market didn't have enough time to react to the performance of the result because we only saw just about 100,000 units being released, being traded in the market today. We believe tomorrow we'll begin to see the market reaction. But we believe one question that a lot of people asked after trading is the reason why turnover increased and there was a drop in PAT by 17%. And the speculation is that there's actually so much money that's being put into ensuring that there's brand loyalty. We're yet to confirm this from management because at the time of this interview, we're yet to speak with them. But by the end of today, we should be able to get a clearer picture. If
that is the case, if this is a company that is spending on marketing strategy right now, would the market consider this money well spent? What's the view out there?
Well, we would have to look at it and compare it to its peers, which is Nigerian breweries. If you look at Nigerian breweries in terms of cost, it's actually doing better than Guinness. The return on equity is actually higher than that of Guinness, and the net profit margin is actually higher than Guinness. In terms of amounts being spent on brand loyalty, it would be judged by the quality and the quantity of consumers that they have out there. Right now, we've not been able to place, like I said earlier, we've not been able to judge whether that is the reason why there's an increase in cost.
Well, certainly will be interesting to see once further analysis is done of those numbers. Let's look very quickly before we go at Owando, that another company standing in the spotlight today out with Q1 numbers. Market reaction to those?
Owando is still a good buy. A lot of people, from what we saw in the market today, actually gained over 3%. We saw that they released the Q1 result. We saw turnover growing by 18%. We saw profit after tax growing by over 73%. And we would trace the good performance largely to the good earnings from their upstream and their midstream sector. The downstream sector also did very well. They've been able to manage their operational costs, which did very well, and would attribute the good performance to the recently concluded rights issue. So, the market is actually receiving it positively. Our target price on Owando is still 185, which is, still far from the price at which is trading right now on the Nigerian capital market.
Well, Busola, we're going to have to leave it there. Thanks so much for your time this afternoon. That Busola Jejelowo of Stanbic IBTC Bank.